There's a certain gratitude that arises from direct experience, immediate experience. Just the purity of sounds, the purity of one sensation, physical contact, the hand with the floor, or the hand with the dog's fur, or the warm cup of coffee. One needs no more than this. And when you realize that, things can get so simple. There's not much to think about. There's not much to desire. There's not much to reject. And then you get closer. That sensation, that warmth, overtakes everything. Then there's nothing to reject, nothing to be adverse to, nothing to fear, nothing to gain or lose. Just that. So simple. The sound of thunder filling up the entirety of the universe, filling up your insides and your outsides. Nothing left out, just the thunder and the sound of the rain. There's nowhere that cannot reach. All the way down to the depths of identity, despair, fear, longing. All of it is cleansed with that sound. There's just the sound. And so there's nothing left to occupy the mind with. This isn't the kind of gratitude where you're grateful things are going this way instead of another way that you imagine they could be going. The mind is far quieter than that. There's no need to make up those stories. The mere act of sensing is a miracle. It's beyond description, beyond celebration, beyond description as far as self-talk, describing it to anyone else, needing to remember this moment for later, consumption by the mind. All of those descriptions are rendered useless here because the sensation is so clear, so complete, without compare, because there's no comparison, because there's no such thing as comparison, because there is no other. There's no otherness. There's no more an over there than there is an over here. The immersion is complete, exhaustive, misses nothing. And it also flows spontaneously. Another appearance may replace this one completely. The appearance of a visual experience, a bird flying through the sky. That appearance, also non-dualistic, neither here nor there, not in time, not in place, locationless, too real to be defined or bound by location, time, space, meaning, or purpose. When you see that, there's no one seeing it, just seen, crystal clear, and the mind is rendered inert. There's nothing here to reflect on. There's no need to reflect. And that experience may be replaced by walking, taking a step, taking another step, feeling the movement of the body, spontaneous, no mover, no agent, just movement, everything moving, and then everything becoming still, spontaneously. Nothing behind it, nothing supporting it, nothing causing it. This kind of simplicity, this kind of immersion, intimacy, is impossible to really talk about. But once you pick up the signature of it and give yourself to it, notice it. Notice its expansiveness in the visual experience. It moves all the way out and it moves all the way in. And it fills up top to bottom, every space. There is no dividing line. There's no subject back here. There's no object out there. So what is there? Just what you see. Just the scene, to put it in Buddhist terms. The scene is infinitely interesting. You never have to back away. You never have to regroup. You never have to find your way back to a discrete self. Is this a practice? Maybe. But all you're practicing is not seeing what's not there. And by default, you will see what is there. Not seeing what's not there just means not seeing a mental overlay, not seeing a label, not seeing things, not seeing spaces, not seeing a dividing line anywhere. There's no such thing as between, to, or from. So what is there naturally reveals itself. At all times, actually. It's never not been there. This is the biggest surprise, really. You can't miss this, and you never have missed this. But it is important at some point to see that what's not there is really not there. The observer. The boundaries, the dividing lines, the form, the solidity, the perceptual distance. So is it gratitude? It's quite a miracle that experience occurs at all. So there's a very profound sort of gratitude there. But yeah, there's no one standing apart, feeling grateful. Because there's no one standing apart.